Roxo Media House.
Hey Frog fans, welcome inside the Flying Tea Club studio here at Roxo Media House. I'm Olivia Orsinii.
And I'm Onishi with the TCU Showgirls. Thank you for always supporting our program, and we look forward to seeing you at the Ammon G. Carter Stadium or the Schulmeyer Arena soon.
We're so excited to host this edition of Frogs Today. In today's show, the TCU football team prepares for West Virginia after beating our crosstown rival, SMU. TCU's rifle team once again makes history, and our volleyball team hosts Texas Tech.
Plus, our men's tennis team travels to Mexico, and our soccer team is back at home this weekend. Today's show starts after a quick word from one of our sponsors. Stay tuned!
Higginbotham, we put people first. So we simply start by listening to you. Whether you're searching for customized insurance, HR, or financial solutions to protect your home, car, health, business, or employees, our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Welcome back inside the Flying Tea Club studio. I'm your host, Olivia Orsinii. The TCU football team will play under the lights in the Carter tomorrow night. They host West Virginia in another primetime game. They're looking for their fourth straight win after knocking off SMU and securing the Iron Skillet for good. Our defense has been leading the way, keeping the teams without an offensive touchdown for nearly 10 consecutive quarters.
I'm honestly every day in practice we just come out there, empty the tank, and a little bit more. So everybody running to the ball. Even after the play is made, everybody getting to the ball, everybody wrapping up. Against Colorado, we had a hard time tackling. And, the scramble drill was killing us, too. So we work on scramble drill a lot now. Every single day, a whole bunch of, in the GPS, everybody yardage is more now. So we just running around and practice more. That's really it.
Tomorrow's game against West Virginia is a blackout. Athletic Director Jeremiah Donani posted this picture on social media, telling students that they will get a free Protect the Carter t-shirt at tomorrow night's game. Fans are encouraged to wear black, and the students we spoke to are excited.
I think with everybody wearing the same outfits, same colors, all unified together, we're going to be a powerhouse to face West Virginia.
I went to the blackout game last year for K-State before I even came here, and it was just insane. It was just more, is the only way I can describe it. It was such a good time.
I think it's going to be awesome and just a really cool experience overall.
I'm expecting everyone just to go all out in black and cool face paint and stuff.
Hopefully it'll help the players and it'll amp them up, but yeah, it'll be a fun time.
I think everyone's more excited. Saturday night, blackout. Students will be crazy. Atmosphere should be great. I'm looking forward to it.
The Mountaineers come into Fort Worth riding a 3-game win streak. Coach Sonny Dykes spoke about the upcoming game against West Virginia in his State of the Frogs Coaches Show earlier this week.
They're 3-1. Lost a hard-fought game to Penn State early, and since then have been on a run. They won the backyard brawl against Pittsburgh and really dominated those guys, and really played well last week against Texas Tech as well. So it's a team that's got a lot of momentum. They're playing with a lot of confidence. It's a typical West Virginia team, very, very physical, tough-minded team. Really want to run the football. They've got a big, powerful running back and do a good job of pounding him. And that's kind of what they want to do. They want to play a physical brand of football. And so we're going to have to do a great job preparing for it this week and come out and not only match their physicality but surpass it.
I got to believe our defense and the way they're playing is a good matchup because I think Nico Marchiol is his name, is his second start ever in college. His dad played in the NFL, I think linebacker for a couple teams, but is a second-time starter in a college game. This is a defense's dream, I would want to believe, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think anytime you play against kind of a young quarterback, you want to make sure you do a good job of confusing him and pressuring him and not letting him get too comfortable and settled in. And so, I think it's probably the same kind of philosophy when people play us. Chandler doesn't have that many starts, and anytime you can take a young quarterback and confuse them and unsettle them a little bit, it's usually a good thing. And so, we'll be trying to do the same thing to them that they're going to try to do to us, and that's, again, make the quarterback uncomfortable. But again, they've got a really strong, powerful run game. The quarterback can hand it off, and they can churn out first downs and keep the ball away from you. And, my guess is that's what they'll try to do on Saturday.
Please don't forget to join us here on frogstoday.com for our pregame show, 90 minutes before kickoff. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Simply the best barbecue in Fort Worth. Dine in, catering, or drive-through. 2900 Montgomery, just off I-30. Remember, the best barbecue in Fort Worth is at Railhead Smokehouse.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm your host, Maria Onishi. The TCU women's rifle team opened its season with a match against Navy, and senior Stephanie Allen shot a 600 in-air rifle, which is a perfect score. Frogs Today student reporter Jules Conti has a closer look at her record-setting performance.
Hey Frog fans, we all know that our TCU rifle team is one of the best in the country. And after this past weekend versus Navy, where another member shot a perfect score, I just had to go down to the range and speak to Coach Monez and shooter Stephanie Allen.
I think it was a great way to start the season. Obviously, starting on a very high like that is really motivating. I would like to ideally do it again, just because I know I now have the capability to do it. So it's like training to continue to raise my standards and to reach that level again.
That's the goal, is a perfect score. And that's what you're striving for every time you step up to the firing line. And to achieve that is, it's special. There's no tricks. It's just hard work. It's just day in and day out doing what you need to do to be at your best. And that's what I tell them. Every time you walk off that firing line, whether it's practice day or whether it's match day, you want to walk off and say, I did my best today.
Karen kind of gave me a head nod as she walked out of the range, and I was like, okay, it's my time to step up to the plate. The first 40 to 50 went by really quickly. It was super easy, and then I hit the 50th shot mark, and I kind of knew what I was doing, and I got really nervous, and the last two shots were really difficult. I think I took 5 minutes on each of them, but I just wanted to make sure that I was able to get the 600. And even that last shot, I was so nervous. I didn't really know where it went. I thought it was a 10, but I wasn't exactly sure. So just to see the 600 on the monitor was really cool. Honestly, being on this team, I became a little bit numb to the 600 number. We saw Julie shoot it a lot, Stephanie shot it a lot, Kristen's done it. So we kind of became numb. Obviously, it's a big accomplishment, but nothing that any of us couldn't achieve. And so I didn't even realize that I was one of those 6. And now realizing that I am only the 6th person to have done it was really cool.
Thanks, Jules, and congrats to our rifle team. Now to volleyball, and our Horned Frogs beat Texas Tech last night. They improved their conference record to 2-1. They hosted the Red Raiders again tonight at 6. The team is playing with a lot of confidence right now.
I'm super excited just for everything that the season has to hold, and I know chemistry has a huge part to play with that, and so being alongside of girls who, are like-minded and love each other, I am so excited.
The freshmen on the TCU men's tennis team are quickly making a name for themselves. The team traveled to Mexico and swept the competition. They've already collected 13 wins this fall. Frogs Today student reporter Ella Gonzalez shows us how the team is feeling after their success in Mexico.
Hey Frog fans, TCU's men's tennis traveled down to Mexico to get some playing time in the U.S. College Cup Invitational. Let's hear from head coaches and players on how the tournament went.
The U.S. Challenge Cup in Mexico was an opportunity for our freshmen to get some match play. It's their first tournament ever in college. The format, it's called a hidden duel format, where it's an individual tournament, but you sort of mock what it's like to play against other teams. So we thought it would be a good opportunity for them. There's a couple little things about college that you don't warm up with your opponents. In the juniors, when they come up, you warm up for 5 minutes with your opponents. Then you play. In college, you don't. As soon as you step on the court with your opponent, you start playing. So they each got 3 singles and 3 doubles, which was accomplished the goal that we wanted.
I mean, first of all, it was an unbelievable experience, being able to play a college level tournament in Mexico. For me personally, it was good. It was a good learning experience and really great progress with where I want to be with my tennis, and loved every second of it. I personally prefer doubles more because it's super enjoyable. I get to play with a partner. I get to be accountable for my partner as well, which I love, being able to hype him up and get as rowdy as possible with Julian, who was my partner this weekend, and we had a great time.
Getting to be in that college atmosphere, it was definitely new because I'd never been in something like that. Yelling across courts to your teammates. It was definitely fun. I definitely improved throughout the weekend. I felt that I improved throughout the matches. Definitely was working on things, and I felt like in the last match I was able to show them.
Our men's tennis team plays again tomorrow in the ITA All-American Championships in Oklahoma. Switching to soccer, the team beat Kansas State last night. That's 4 wins in a row. In fact, heading into last night's game, the team seems to have found its scoring stride after netting 9 goals in their previous 3 games.
First 20 minutes of the first half, we were really good, and the next 25, not so good, and then the second half, I thought we were really good as well. And so overall, it was a good performance, and I think that, we're still learning how to win college soccer games, and, we created some really good chances. Now we just got to, figure out a way to convert those chances.
I think it was a great win for us. I think we had a little bit of a rocky moment at the end of the first half, but went into the locker room, talked about it, and said, hey, got to be better, got to put our foot on their throat and get the win, and that's what we came out and did, and I think our subs did a great job of coming in and lifting the energy, so I'm really proud of us.
She's in a rhythm of scoring goals, right, and creating for herself and others, and she's finishing more of these opportunities that she wasn't at the beginning of the season, so really happy to see that.
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of thoughts going through my head at that time because I didn't know if Cam was going to play it because she wasn't initially intending to play it, so I was really glad that she trusted me in that situation and was like, okay, I'll trust her to play it over, and I got in front of goal, and I was like, I want to hit it one time. I saw the girl slide, and I was like, never mind, I'm not going to hit it one time. And so I cut back, and I looked up, and it was a shot that I literally missed in practice yesterday. And Ryan was like, hey, we worked on that shot in practice earlier. You got to make that. And I was like, you're right. And I looked up, and I was like, I know I can hit the shot. I've practiced it all week. So it was really just routine, something we've worked on. Cam did a great job. Team did a great job of winning the ball. So great team effort.
Well, and she's obviously scored 2 goals in 2 games, and so that's always good off the bench. And when we brought her in as a transfer from Creighton, we were hopeful that this would be the version that we got sooner than later. But I think that she's taking advantage of her opportunities and converting some of those opportunities. So happy for her.
The subs need to come on and either keep the level the same or raise the level. We're fresh, we need to bring the energy, and I have that mindset every time I go up to the corner flag ready to check in. That was an amazing ball. It was perfectly weighted. I just saw she was pointing, and I saw the open space that she was seeing because at first I was seeing a different opening, and then she pointed to that, and we immediately were on the same page, and I just checked, and the defender didn't follow me, and I just checked my shoulder, saw nobody was there, and just turned and hit it.
We got to have a full 90 minutes of good soccer and good effort. It can't be 45, it can't be 89, it's got to be full 90, and I have every belief in the world that we can do that.
Our soccer team will look to pick up another conference win when they host Oklahoma State on Sunday. We'll be right back.
We wouldn't be able to do the things we were able to do this year without the Flying T Club. So we got to continue to get people involved. It's more important right now than it's ever been.
Flying T is special. It's the best thing that I've encountered in college. It allows us to be able to offset a lot of the costs that our scholarships aren't able to cover. If people like winning, invest in the Flying T Club and NIL.
It's almost a necessity now in the college football world. You got to kind of invest in the programs, and what you put in is what you get out.
John's Grill is the newest venture from John Bennell and the Bennell's Restaurant Group. A ranch-to-table concept featuring food, beer, and spirits from around the great state of Texas. Our menu is designed by Chef Sean Alvarez and features 2 chef-inspired burgers, the Fatty and the Flatty, plus a brisket menu perfect for your casual night out. Fast casual service in a fun, relaxed, family-friendly environment, featuring 11 big screen TVs for you to catch the big game on. Our mixology team has created a craft cocktail and beer menu featuring local spirits and brews from across Texas. John's Grill, home of the Players Club show each week, 2905 West Berry Street in Fort Worth, or online at johnsgrill.com.
Before we go, remember to swing by John's Grill every Thursday night to watch the Players Club. The show is taped live every Thursday at 6 p.m. This week, members of the TCU football team guests on the show. Sophomores Joe Laterza and Keegan Cunningham had a blast with Maggie and Courtney.
As promised, the boys are so excited to sing, and unfortunately, me and Courtney have also been roped into this. So I'll start us out, and I'd like to let you know, as you can tell, I do speak like a man, so I don't have a very good voice.
That's great.
Let's get this started. You are
my fire, the one
desire.
Believe when I say I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Now number 5.
That's all I know.
All we know. All right, perfect. There we go.
They have beautiful voices. Very good. Unfortunately, me and Courtney do not. But
Oh, thank you. You guys are too kind. Too kind.
Thursday nights at John's Grill are so much fun, and we've had a lot of fun hosting this week's episode of Frogs Today. For everyone behind the scenes here at Roxo Media House, I'm Marie Onishi.
And I'm Olivia Orsinii. Thanks for watching this week's show, and thank you for always supporting TCU Showgirls in athletics. Please like and subscribe to Frogs Today for all the latest updates on TCU athletics. Until next week, go Frogs!
Roxo Media House.